Our desert weather had an impact on tonight's games. Kicking off our coverage is KMIR News' Julie Bueller. Julie, Shadow Hills, a surprise tonight. What happened and why was the game moved?
Yeah, that's right. In fact, Coach Ron Shipley told me that he had actually planned to schedule a different Week 0 game, but then Paris High School approached him, said they'd like to keep their budding rivalry going. So Shipley went with Paris, and that budding rivalry, fast forward now to today, where the principal called Shipley and said, it's too hot for us to travel to the desert. So Coach Shipley had to make a decision. No game at all or travel to Paris. They chose to travel. Before they left, we caught up with Coach Ron Shipley.
Yeah, the principal came in and made the final decision, and decided that it was too hot, and they couldn't come out here to play. Well, when you play 9 games out of 10, it's a big difference, especially this time of the year. This time of the year we've been in training camp practicing, and we need game time. So we're playing a real game is real important to us right now.
It didn't go well for the Knights at Paris either. The final score would be 56-34. Now, the Knights had been ranked 4th in the CIF divisional polls coming into this game. Meanwhile, let's go up the 10 freeway from Shadow Hills to DHS, where they were hosting the Cathedral City Lions. The Golden Eagles got to keep their home game. The Lions are used to this heat. The only touchdown came a 30-yard catch by Jahi Martindale. It was the only catch for the young man of the game, and it'd be the only touchdown scored by either team, although Nathan Algambalgabang, he had 9 tackles, a sack, a block punt, a block field goal, for crying out loud. Huge night. Final score, Desert Hot Springs 7, Cathedral City 6. Big night for the Deanza League over the DVL. But let's go right here to Xavier Prep, where they hosted a team they narrowly lost to last year in Riverside, Notre Dame. It was a hot day. The refs really struggled. The water was flowing on both sides. It was a really tough night, though, for Xavier Prep. The offense could not get anything rolling. Former player Rex Rover, he was on the sidelines, wanted to encourage Saints fans and players. Everything's going to be okay. His senior season started this way as well. Final score here at Xavier Prep, 42-7. Now, in just a few minutes, Gino, we're going to have an update and an interview from Coach Bob Moylett and newly anointed quarterback Michael Johnson. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Julie, thank you for that. Continuing our coverage of the DVL and Deanza League, let's go to sports reporter Bridget Case in the newsroom for us tonight. Bridget.
Yeah, thanks, Gino. We had big non-league action tonight between the Indio Rajas and the Desert Mirage Rams. With the Rajas home tonight in Indio, let's head out to the gridiron. Indio has only won 4 games in the last 4 seasons, but hopes are high this year thanks to new head coach Marty White. Desert Mirage went 5-5 last season and finished 3rd in the Deanza League, having the best record in school history. The Rams are hungry for that league title this year, as they've never captured one before. And the Rams made quick work of the Rajas tonight, as Indio's offense never really got going. And the Rams' defense proved too much. Final score on this one, Desert Mirage on top, 29-7. And the Rancho Mirage Rattlers took on the Coachella Valley Arabs in Thermal tonight. A back-and-forth contest in the first half. Rancho Mirage took a 7-0 lead into the locker room. Arabs quarterback Darius Holsey threw 18 interceptions last year and threw his first of the season tonight. And here's a final look on your numbers for the night. Rancho Mirage takes it 26-7. And that's a quick look at the games in town tonight. Up next, we take it out of town with the Valley's biggest 3 teams. Gino, back to you.
All right, Bridget, thank you. Coming up next on Friday Night Lights, defending CIF champion Palm Springs away at Tockwitz. And then we go one-on-one with Xavier's head football coach. Stay with us for more high school football action on Friday Night Lights.
At California Closets, we create custom designs for every room. Begin with a visit to our showroom, where you'll meet with an expert design consultant to help create the right solution just for you. Visit California Closets and get started today.
Drive into summer with exceptional offers on our full lineup. Lease the Infiniti Q50 for $309 a month. Visit your local Infiniti retailer.
One on the left and as you might. But a wise man once said that the secret to life is to find one that don't look the same. Find one that don't look the same.
Experience the distinct Audi Q5 at your local dealer today.
At Subway, a great meal starts with a great sandwich on the Simple 6 menu, with 6 of our best 6-inch subs, like the tender turkey breast, plus any bag of chips and a 21-ounce drink for just $6 every day.
Subway.
It's back. Ford's 0% financing for 72 months, which can save you thousands in interest alone. Ford will pay your interest for you up to 72 months. Here's a new 2015 Ford Fiesta, where most people will save over $6,000 in interest. Add Fiesta Ford's discounts and Ford rebates, and now you're saving over $8,000. There's plenty more like these, but only for a limited time.
Celebrate the savings at Fiesta Ford.
At California Closets, we create custom designs for every room. Begin with a visit to our showroom where you'll meet with an expert design consultant to help create the right solution just for you. Visit California Closets and get started today.
Tonight, it's Fallon's best episodes of last season, and the legendary Barbra Streisand takes over The Tonight Show.
Great job. Thank you, Barbara. Yeah, no problem, Barbara.
Then Seth has Iced Tea and Cocoa. The Tonight Show, then Late Night. NBC Tonight.
Welcome back to Friday Night Lights, all of your high school football coverage. Let's go back to Bridget Case in the newsroom with results of the Valley's Big 3 out of town games. Bridget.
Yeah, thanks, Gino. Let's head out of town now for our defending CIF champs, Palm Springs High School. The Indians began their trip to a CIF title last year with a 24-0 shutout of the Titans at home. This year, the Indians were away at Tockwitz High School, and the results were much the same. The defending champs blew out the Titans with a big 37-0 shutout. The Indians' home opener is next Friday against Redlands High School. And the La Quinta Blackhawks also away tonight against Chaparral High School out in Temecula. The Blackhawks won the DVL last year but got knocked out in the playoffs, and the Blackhawks fell behind early as the Pumas jumped to a 10-0 lead in the first quarter. That lead increased to 24-0 by the half, and the Blackhawks were never really in this one, losing to the Pumas 37-7. And your Palm Desert Aztecs off to a great start tonight at San Jacinto High School. Jake Vincent hit Anthony Fabella with the corner route and touchdown Aztecs. Then a fake point after attempt, and the Aztecs get the 2 points and go up 8-7 late in the second quarter. The Aztecs are preseason favorites, and they let this one get away tonight, losing to the Tigers 37-27. Palm Desert will try to get their season back on track next week as they take on Shadow Hills. And that's a quick look of your out-of-town scoreboard. Gino, back to you.
All right, thank you, Bridget. Our Julie Bueller in Palm Desert tonight for Xavier Prep versus Notre Dame. She spoke with the coach about tonight's disappointing loss. Julie.
That's right, Gino. Last year, Xavier Prep narrowly missed out on a playoff spot after beating Palm Desert in overtime for the final game of the season. So coming into tonight, they had high expectations. Coach Moylette told us that they've got a little more work to do after this Week 0 loss.
Number one, I think we have to get ourselves in better condition. We also have to improve on our mental toughness a little bit. You know, I was a little bit disappointed. I mean, we were jumping off sides early in the game, and you know, you're putting yourself in long down situations. You're just not going to be successful. You know, we didn't go down and put points on the board when we had opportunities, and we started moving the ball. You know, we just shot ourselves in the foot, and you do that, your defense is dead.
Especially on a hot night.
Yes.
The defense definitely seemed to be having some struggles because of the hot night. What was your favorite part about today?
Probably the touchdown we scored. That was fun. It was just good to kind of get one on the books. So it was a blast. I loved it. It was different defenses coming in, and it was a blast. I loved it. Yeah, it was fun.
Week 0 is supposed to be kind of a learning experience anyway. What are some things that you learned about your play and your team today?
I think a big part just tonight is we just made a lot of mental mistakes. We were too rushed trying to just go through things fast, and I think the biggest thing, we just need to settle down and just focus.
Kind of simplify things a little bit?
Yeah, definitely.
And you also heard from newly anointed quarterback Michael Johnson there, just talking about how much fun they lost, but they had so much fun out there on the field. It was a tough night for the DVL across the board. Palm Springs, the only victor on the night. Now, next week, we've got the big three here locally. Palm Springs is going to be taking on Redlands, a very tough team. La Quinta hosts Villa Park, and then Shadow Hills just has to go up the 10 freeway to Cook Street and take on Palm Desert, a team they beat last year as well. Very exciting first night of local high school football. Back to you, Gino.
All right, Julie, thank you for that. And remember, Friday Night Lights, 11:15 every Friday night right here on KMIR, your home for high school football. We'll be right back with a check of your weekend forecast.
Closed captioning brought to you by Palm Springs Nissan.